Hello, colleagues. My name is Alexander Zelenin. I am software engineer with more than 15 years of experience. Today we will try to go through Facebook online assessment interview on leetcode. The plan is next. We will start the assessment itself. We will read the task. We will design algorithms. We will find out complexity of these algorithms, and we will try to submit code without problems. The thing here that first of all it's time limited, and second every try counts. So we need to do it with less amount of tries and fast as possible. So 1 hour is just like upper bound. So let's go. So we have first problem. We will solve everything with JavaScript. Given an array of integer a sorted in non-decreasing on order. Okay. Return. What is the difference between non-decreasing order and ascending order? Okay, return an array of the squares of each number. It also sorted in non-decreased order. What? Okay, let's try to understand what we have here. So here is example. We have -4, it go to 0. We have -1, it go to 1. 0. Okay, yeah. Here is idea. -4 go to 16, -1 go to 1, 3 go to 9, 10 go to 100, and 0 is like 0. I think we can do this with one run, and thing here will be like this one. We can split it in two parts. The first part will be before 0, and second part will be after 0. So we can split it like this. And every number from here we will put in a separate array. And after 0, we will compare every number with the first number, with the last number in our second array. And we will choose from which one to insert to new one. So in this case, when we will reach 0, we will insert 0. Then we will insert 1, 3, 4, 10. So it will be like that. So for me it sounds reasonable. Also, I think instead of making square instantly, we can just make mod, like make this number positive. Okay, so it looks very clear what needs to be done, and with this approach we will able to create an array with like first we create this array, and on second part we create this array, and when we start creating this one we filling the last one. So complexity, time complexity is how many memory will be used by algorithm. Is since we have maximum two arrays of the same size, for example, if all of them will be negative, we'll have array of O(n) for the memory, and since we go just once, we will have O(n) for space for time complexity also. So let's go. We have an array here, and we need to create first array below 0. Below 0 will be an array. We will create a result array, like this. And now we make some cycle and we return result. Okay. So we will go through all elements in array. We can make it through for each, but for now I prefer to use just a cycle, because very often it is easier to modify later on to some different logic. So we'll have a current number, and if current number is below 0, and then, or maybe we can do it like this, we can add the additional condition. When the current item is below 0, we just add it to below 0, that's all. Yep, let's do like that. I think it will be a proper way. Okay, so then we'll have two conditions here, this one below 0. So if it below 0, then we'll just push it to below 0. Below 0, push. We add our element to an end. So AI. Also we need to do math pow to get power of this number. We need power of 2, right? Yeah, square. Okay, so we add our numbers, we have this, and from this moment we need to have index I. So let me create an I initially and replace it with cycle, with while loop. So we'll have something like this and replace this with while. Okay, so while I is less than length of array and every element is less than 0, we do this. Okay, then we will start with the last index, and it's guaranteed to be higher than higher than 0. So we do another loop. We can do it with for, but let's go with while also for now. So I plus 1, we doesn't have this condition now here since it's meaningless, and we'll create current number which will be equal to math pow AI 2, and we will compare it with numbers in with just one number from, no, sorry, not with just one. While this array will be non-empty and the last number will be lower than current one, we will need to use it. So while array is non-empty, so below 0 length, and some another condition. What is wrong with this sometimes? So if we have, let me add some lines. If we have below 0 and length, and we need to took the last element of below 0. Yep. Let me just split it into 2 lines, otherwise it will take too much space. So the last element can be taken like length minus 1. So we're using the last element, and if this element lower than current one, okay, I can do it like this. If it lower than the current one, then first what we will do, we will push this to our result. So result push, and we can do pop like this. Pop will took the last element from an array and like remove it from array. So we do like this, since we want to remove it, and it will remove itself every time. Okay. After this, we will push our current one, result push current, and the only problem left that we need to add all items in below 0 to our results. So we can do it like this: results push below 0. So we took all elements and push them to results. Let's run our code and see what we will get here. So expected output 0, 1, 9, 16, 100. I want to have a test case only with negative numbers and check with them. So it's very important to check edge cases. It doesn't work, you see. It doesn't work because we need to reverse an array. We need to reverse an array before we put in it. So it was very good that we find out this one before submitting. And what if there will be just 0, for example? Okay, and let's try with the last example that we have here and see what will be the case. So it looks like everything is fine. So we can submit this one and see. Yep. So first question success. Maybe it's not the fastest one because we use additional reverse, but it doesn't contribute to complexity itself because all of this is not higher than ON. So that's fine for us. Okay, let's go for next question and see what we have here. S and T are strings composed of lowercase letters. In S, no letters occurs more than once. So S have only unique symbols. S was sorted in some custom order previously. Okay, what is some custom order? But fine. We want to permute the characters of T so that they match the order that S was sorted. More specifically, if X occurs before Y in S, then X should occur before. Okay, so we have a string with some interesting order. We have T with letters that should be ordered. So first of all, since we need to make an order, then lower complexity we can do is O on log n. So that's minimum that we can achieve in this task. That's my assumption for now, at least. Return any permutation of t that satisfy this property. So, okay, the thing here that every letter should got some kind of score. So in this case, C will have score of 0, B will have score of 1, and A will have score of 2. And we will need to apply these scores to next string to sort it like properly. So first of all, we need to build something to make a weights for it. I'm not sure is it reasonable to draw a schema here or not, but okay. Let's do this. Why not? So we will have like 0, 1, 2. So, and here we will have something like 2, 1, 0, and what if we have something that is not in string? So order of this one should be unchanged, and this looks hard because let me try to understand this better. If something occurs before something else in S, but S is our first one, right? Right. Okay, so for this one we will have some highest weight, like 4. And now we have array of just integers or something like that, and we can operate with it. So this one will be an object where we will have like C0, B1, and so on. So we will able to compare it like that, and then we just sort our array, and we will have n log n. Log n for time complexity, and for memory complexity we're storing additional object which can be as length as string, so we'll have on for memory, on for memory, and n log n for time. Okay, let's try to do this. So first of all, let's create our dictionary. Dictionary will have letters and weights here. So we go through the string s while I is less than s length. We increase I for 1 every time, and add this I as an index for dictionary. So we have dictionary, we have letter si, and it will be equal to I. So we had built our dictionary. Now we need to order a string. So we will do something like that. T split. So we make an array of symbols. Then we will sort this array. We'll have 2 letters to compare with each other. And we will compare them by dictionary. So dictionary dictionary A and dictionary B, and also both of them possibly doesn't exist, so we will need to have if they doesn't exist, we will use infinity. So or infinity, we'll have something like that, and same here. So okay, we can replace the parentheses here to do it like this. So we have dictionary A minus dictionary B. So we compare them weights from our dictionary, and we need to let's create a result. So const result, and we will use this result, and we need to return a string, right? So we will join it back to have our string. So let's try what we'll have here. Very possibly I use the wrong order here, but CBAD. Okay. Maybe I need to swap these ones. Okay, it doesn't work, obviously. To understand what is happening, we need to see what is in our dictionary, first of all. And second thing, how they compare to each other. So what if I will replace infinity with some big number? For now case it will be fine, but later on, of course, it will be not fine. So CD, why D come here? D should have some really big value, right? So I can presume that the result just don't work. So let me take a look what we have here. Console log result. I think first of all, the first way that I had write it was proper one. BACD. So right now we have the proper one, and the problem was with infinity, right? So okay. Then instead of infinity, we need to use our infinity also works. CBAD. No, it's not proper one. One more time. No, output is not proper one anyway. So it, by some reason, it doesn't work as it's expected. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's do a few more steps. So we will replace cycle to something like while to keep an eye. So while we doesn't go to the last of symbol, or we can just as length as an ID. And yep, we don't need to store I. We can do something like that. Okay, and what I want to do here is to print all comparisons. So we'll have some comparison, and we will return this one. Let's see what we will got here. Sorry, I want to also do console log here. Console log of comparison. And also to use A and B here. So A, B, comparison. So we have A, B. So 2 and 1. 2 should be A should be later than B, so we return 1. A and C. C have lower index, so it return -1. But C and D, by some reason, have the same value. But D should be greater. Okay, we should have like 1 here or so. Maybe by some reason it just doesn't work. So let me just check what we have if we do something like this for letter D. So what if we have D here? If we have D, we return 3. So it looks good, no? It looks good to me. We return 3, but why this comparison is 0 then? So we compare C and D. C is 0. Ah, right. The reason of this, because I check just number, and if the number is 0, of course it will be like I need to check it for null, for existence. That no, not for null, sorry, for undefined. So stupid mistake, but the good thing that we find out it fast enough. So I'm just thinking that maybe instead of making zeros, I can start with 1 here and do something like that, and just add something like max index or other index that will be s length plus 1. So we will do something like that. Let's try to run our code. BACD. BACD. It's again not the proper one. By some reason we still have 0 here. Yeah. So, yep. I forgot to move the I in dictionary. So CBAD. That means that still I need to change the order of items here, and we will be in DABC. Okay. Okay. I think that in this case, for other index, I can use 0. So we'll have something like reverse order, A, B, C, D, and that's not proper one. Oh my god, I stuck at some mistake, but let's find out what is the problem. A, B, C. Why it's sorted like this? We compare A and B, and A should be after. So first of all, the order of sorting was proper one. So let's try one more time. we compare A and B, and A is greater than B, right? Right. Then we compare A and C, and A should be later than C, right? Right. Then we compare B and C. B should be later than C, right? Right. And we have proper output. Okay, nice, nice. So we have proper output. That means that everything is good here. But let's just do some additional test work to take a look. So I want to remove console logs here since I doesn't need them anymore, and just to check results with itself. So we have additional D and it will be here. So what if we will add A, additional A into the end? Yep. So let me return how it was initially. Like this. So, yep, A repeating and so on. So let's try to have just 26 symbols, different ones, nice. Both of them only small letters. Okay, let's try to submit our code and no, it doesn't work. Why? Because I did code and doesn't check it before running and do some stupid typo, so I will got a lower score just because I didn't test it. So okay, all the time test code before you run it. Even this will just small fix. So we complete under half hour or all the cases for this one. Like we're in pretty good shape. Let's maybe review what we got here. Looks like our score is not a big one. Yesterday it was failed because the platform go down when we try to stream. Let's see what we have here. So we pass all tests. We got the half score, but why we got the half score? Is there any explanation? Of course, the main case, first of all, is that we failed one of our submits. It dramatically should affect the result. Even it was fixed in just a few seconds, our result was failed. So be careful in case of this. And second thing that we spend maybe too much time for these two simple tasks. Even we solve them, we spend too much time. But maybe it's hard to draft some things in Paint and so on and explain, but I'm not sure that it will be much faster anyway. So what we can learn from this? First of all, we need to design algorithm at first and refer to them later on. Second, we need to control our process of writing code, but by comparing it with algorithm more often to avoid some mistakes. And generally for now that's all. So thank you everyone for watching. Set likes, subscribe, and have a nice day.